Yeah, Thomas hates cars now.
Confirmed.
But hello, listeners. Welcome
Hi,
to
listeners.
the Cine and the Beard.
Yes.
To
Are you
Cine
all
to Beard.
recording? You have tested that it is actually recording now.
Yes, I same thing as last time.
Okay, and if it is, this is an amazing bit. Shows that we're real professionals.
Real professionals. So, welcome, listeners, to the Cine and the Beard.
You may remember some of this from the short promo we did. If Jason ever uploads it. If you didn't see it,
may remember this from the thing you haven't seen yet, or might have already seen.
or if it also depends on whether or not Jason decided to edit it, or whether he thought no, it might be too much of a hate crime.
Yeah.
Now I'm just setting us up for failure, right?
No, the listeners already seen it, and they already know you're lying, or they haven't seen it yet, and then yes, you are.
Yeah. Whee!
Okay.
So what are we doing, convoy leader?
I think we could just go do a couple races
Yeah.
whilst Dion and I talk shit about Obi Wan Kenobi.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I've been waiting for
Okay.
this.
You guys can talk shit about that, because I don't care.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't.
You absolutely should not.
But can we at least first, because it's out on home release, just talk a little bit about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
Yay! I love
Yes,
that
we
movie.
can.
And like spoiler-free version, even if you hate Marvel movies, you should watch it as a Raimi flick, and you will enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's also like the continuity stuff that people worry about is really a non-issue. Anything
It
you
really
need to know,
isn't, it's
you
like-
can
it's
pick up
just
from
like-
context pretty much
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, it's
They're real
almost
good
like
about that.
it's almost like Raimi made a standalone movie.
Almost. I mean, most of the Marvel stuff is actually pretty much watchable on its
Yeah.
own, except maybe for Endgame.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I will say, like, it might be... Well, actually, I think it... Well, okay, now we're leading into spoiler talk. So, spoilers.
So, yeah.
It
Spoilers.
might actually... Yeah, it might actually be more surprising if you haven't watched WandaVision.
Hmm.
You know, the Wanda, like, I'm actually just, like, a bit crazy now reveal.
Yeah.
Because of the Darkhold.
Yeah, but that works out real well.
It works
And,
out real. She makes a hell of a villain, let me tell you.
Yeah, one of my
I was like-
absolute favorites. I loved it.
Like, yeah. But my favorite sequence
And the best costume in the MCU.
Yeah, my favorite sequence in the movie is where she just murks the Illuminati.
Fuck yes. Everyone was
It's
so
just like- it's
angry
so-
about that, but I loved it.
it's-
I loved it so much.
It's so brutal and you know.
I am so glad it happened because I absolutely 100% do not enjoy John Krasinski as Mr.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he wasn't Mr. Fantastic. He was Reed Richards.
Yeah, but still shit in that role too. So
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying, but I mean, barely
6
wasn't
in
that
one,
role. But
half a dozen in the other.
But
Gross.
holy shit. Like I'm just gonna say it, like please just pay Patrick Stewart all the money he wants. Because like he just is Xavier, even when it's just in a bit part in a silly looking floating yellow chair.
It was so beautiful when they gave him A, the actual chair, and B, like when he comes in and like the theme from
Yeah, the animated show.
Yeah.
the animated show plays. I was
Yeah.
just like,
I mean, but that's
When-
such
when
an,
that happened
that's
in
such
the
an
cinema,
Elfman move.
I turned to Katie
You know?
in the cinema and I'm like, Marcus is gonna love this.
yep.
Oh, I loved it.
And
I
then when he
loved
does
it.
like they do like the cheesy, like radiating lines up from his head when he does his psychic stuff, I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why I said the movie was more Raimi than MCU.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Especially as it goes on. For the first third, I was like, okay, this is MCU with some Raimi flavor. And by that last act, it was just
Yeah,
full
by the third
Raimi.
act, it's just like, okay, so this is just Evil Dead.
I think
Yeah.
that line where, you know, he's just taken all these spirits and he's turned them into a fucking wingsuit.
That
And then
is
he's
such...
like, wait, this time it's gonna take more than killing
More
to
to
kill
kill-
me. And then her
Yes.
face, fuck, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure the MCU just peaked right there for me. That is
It's just
incredible.
like... Yeah. Oh, they're
And
gonna
he-
go
when he's
for the
giving,
who?
when he's giving
The souls
America
of the
like,
damned.
when he's giving America that like, you know, really motivational speech, but in a really janky zombie body.
Also,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I couldn't take that name seriously.
Oh no, I giggled literally every time I watched it, and they said her name every time because I just kept thinking Broforce constantly. Broforce and Peacemaker was just all going through my head the whole time. The moment,
Yeah.
oh, what do they want with America? Do they want
Yeah.
America's power?
Maybe you should just bring America here.
Yeah, let's take America to Comitage. America will be safe there.
Yeah, no, it was... I mean, it's unfortunate, but that is that character's name in the comics, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
You know? It's
But yeah.
unfortunate that she was the perfect fit for, you know, what they were trying to do in terms of living MacGuffin.
I did enjoy how genuinely scary Wanda was after the Illuminati were dead and she was chasing them down.
Yo,
Jesus, yeah.
And I think it is just one of the most brilliant pieces of like, okay, we have to be PG-13, so we have to cut corners. So like, how are we gonna have her covered in blood? Oh, I know,
It's
kill
oil.
a bunch of Ultron bots, and then it's
Yeah.
oil, but it looks like blood. It's just
Yeah.
so fucking good.
8%
It's just
difference.
red. It's just red hydraulic fluid. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was... but yeah, it was very much very fun. I really, really, really enjoyed it.
I've seen it, I think 4 times now, and it's just...
Yeah, I'm
The
probably gonna
camera
watch
work,
it again.
The Evil
Oh,
Dead camera work, man.
Yes, all
Yeah.
those fucking long zooms.
It's
and,
all,
like,
all those
dramatic...
Raimiisms just add something
Yeah.
to the movie. It just really
Yeah.
does. And what I like is another thing I like is like it's got Raimi's pacing. You know, it doesn't feel like, and it's a brisk like 2-hour movie when they're like generally the Marvel movies have been leading longer and longer. You're like 2.5 hours isn't.
But it feels
is
very
the norm.
luxurious. It feels very,
Yeah.
like, it never feels rushed or...
No, it doesn't feel rushed. Like it feels at points it feels like it has a breakneck pace because that's what the story demands.
The other thing is, who else is going to direct an MCU film and have the actors make eye contact with the audience twice, deliberately?
Yeah.
And it's such an unsettling thing when she possesses her other self and then just like
Yeah.
looks straight at you. So good.
Sorry, I took the long way. Oh,
I actually
no,
don't know
wait,
where
I'm
we're
not there
going.
yet.
I'm just driving.
I'm taking the
Also
long
just-
way.
I'm gonna drive the caterer.
Where are we supposed to go?
You can just click X or whatever to enter the event from wherever you are.
Okay.
Okay. Please wait for the event to start. Oh, I see. Okay.
Wait, wait, ooh. I sure hope that doesn't lock Dion into using your car.
I mean, it might, but it's a caterer, so it's fine. It's a completely
Borrow Leader's
unmodded
car.
caterer.
Okay, well I can use my Jag.
Your
What's the leader's?
Yag. I think it's a soft J.
like a yiff.
You.
No, no.
Yeah, I'll use
No,
a yiff. A
no,
yiff is like
yeah.
a weird. No.
No,
We're backing
no.
straight out that one.
Just back away slowly.
You'll see, I now have a Hot Wheels prosthetic because Hot Wheels.
That Hot Wheels expansion is so.
What fell over?
On my side, nothing.
It feels
Oh
like
no, I just shifted my laptop. I was just
Oh,
checking the vents to see if it's heating, but it seems fine. Okay, Jason,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's double team this. So, what for you was the moment that you realized Obi Wan was a steaming pile of shit?
When the people chasing young Leia couldn't
Yes.
duck below a chest-high
Yes.
stick.
Absolutely.
But what really sealed the deal for me on it being an absolute B movie and actually made me start enjoying it again,
Oh Christ.
with it being a... Oh, Jesus, Dion. With
What
it
the fuck?
being...
Why is this car not... What? Is this like a trick car?
I don't know, I've never raced this car before. Oh, Jesus. It's got no traction. I'm so sorry, Dion.
I don't know what's going on. It's just... If I press go, it literally just starts banking left hard.
Yeah, the
And
game
right.
does that. It's unbalanced.
Okay. I'm just checking that it's not just me. Like my controller dying or something.
No.
No, I just chose an absolutely terrible car for this 20-minute race.
Okay, Jason, what was your B movie?
Wait, you picked the... Oh, we're doing... You want to restart it? Or do you
Yeah,
want
no,
to
I'm gonna restart. Let's quit the free roam. This
Okay,
this
because like
car.
Christ.
No.
I was like, no.
This is agony.
Yeah, so to get back to it, what sold me on it being a B movie and allowed me to laugh through the rest of it was Obi-Wan sneaking Leia out
Oh no!
under his cloak.
No!
With her just walking next to him and he's covered her, and then
They're
nobody
in this
sees.
fucking Imperial stronghold. He is trying to sneak this ostensibly important little prisoner out, and it's just under his cloak. And she like peeks out as well. Jesus fucking Christ!
Let's see.
Dude.
I want to take...
It's almost like in that first episode, where he's got to sneak onto the plane and nobody can know he's Jedi. So when he gets the ticket, he flashes his lightsaber.
Yes, and he's also wearing a very obvious Jedi cloak.
Yes.
Like,
Okay,
and when he knocks out that stormtrooper when he's infiltrating the base, and then he knocks out the stormtrooper, and he's like, "Cool, I'm gonna keep my robe on. This is me now."
I don't need to hide as a stormtrooper. I can just.
Yeah,
Sir
I've picked
Ronald's
them
left
all.
the convoy. Also, one
Okay.
thing. Have you watched the finale yet, Dion?
Yes, I
It
must say.
completely undermines the imposing figure of Vader.
Yeah. I gotta say the finale.
What,
as it
Vader is in this?
Obviously the finale as it is, I think if it was the conclusion to a good series would be fine.
Yeah.
Like it was definitely a step above. I feel like they only had the finale planned out and everything else was filler to just get to the finale. Because it felt completely incongruous with the show up to that point. Like it felt like a different show. Not a great show, but a different show. Geez, I think for me the moment that sealed it.
Okay, I've sent
there
you
we go.
both, I think. An invite to the party again, or the convoy.
The thing that sealed it for me, after the Leia, like, you know, adults not being able to catch
There we go.
Leia,
Yeah.
the scene that then really cemented for me how terrible it was the second time that adults just couldn't catch Leia, and she just like,
Oh my god.
she just
yes.
gently strolls away from Obi-Wan, and he's like, Jesus Christ, my training did not prepare me for this. There's no way to catch this child. And that, I think one of the things that really pisses me off is just the laziness. There's that scene where they're on the roof and Reva's running towards them. And we can see where...
From
we can
like
see-
2 roofs away, yeah.
Yeah, she's about 4 roofs away. Like we can see a shot. And then she's running and parkouring and flipping. And then Obi-Wan and Leia have a long scene, and Leia falls and he catches her with the Force. And then she's on the ground, and then Obi-Wan appears around the side of the building from nowhere.
Yeah.
And then they have
Okay.
a long conversation with...
Join event, Dion.
Enter. There we go.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
then
picked
they
us
have
a
long
track toy.
conversation.
Yeah, they have a long-ass conversation with that dude, and they're like, yeah, you know, he's like, no, I'm gonna stay and distract her. And then they leave, and then she rocks up.
Yeah.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. It's like 10 solid minutes for something that she should have taken 15 seconds to do. That kind of laziness where they can't even be bothered to find a conceit. They don't even try. There's like 3 people shooting at Obi-Wan, and he takes one out, and then he's just like, I'm bored of the other ones, so I'm just I'm just gonna like ignore them, and they'll go away, and then they do.
And they do.
That's the Force, man. That's the Force. No, that for me was so outrageously amateurish that if you were in film school and you did that, they would annihilate you.
Unless you were Kevin Smith.
I mean, there was also that time where they were like, "Hey, they can't know we're Jedi," and they get picked up by Zach Braff in the thingy.
Why the fuck is Zach Braff in a Star Wars thing?
He voices a character.
Yeah.
And then he just speaks openly and loudly to Leia about being a Jedi within earshot of this man.
And he apparently has none of his Jedi senses anymore because he can't like detect that this guy is so obviously going to turn him in.
Yeah.
And then this show is also a landmark in people not figuring out how to easily walk aroundable things.
No, you gotta go the long way around.
Yeah, there is a laser fence thing, and he's just like, Jesus Christ, I gotta figure out how to disable this thing. This is impenetrable, and you can just literally walk around it. Literally. It's so fucking embarrassing that this is what Star Wars is now, and people love it. It is like there are just headlines everywhere about how this has finally like redeemed Star Wars.
Well,
and
they listened to people's biggest
have these
complaints
people
about the sequel series, which is why not White and Man?
yeah, pretty much. That's all I can think.
But
that,
The Mandalorian is actually good.
The Mandalorian is actually good right up until the instant Luke Skywalker shows up. At which point I banged my head against the wall violently, and I was like, no. You can't have immersion with a deep fake. It's impossible. You are only ever aware of it as a computer-generated thing. You can't be immersed in it, just recast. If you have to have Luke, recast him. Get Sebastian Stan. So I don't have to fucking be sitting with the uncanny valley all the time.
The thing is, Sebastian Stan looks great as Luke. Like, he's a close enough face match, but he also looks a lot like Sebastian Stan.
No, that's true. But that's fair. Jesus Christ.
Like some people will
be
like, oh wait, so Bucky is Luke now?
Yeah. I mean, but there are a lot of, like, Mark Hamill is an amazing voice actor. He is not a good actor.
No, I don't think anybody's ever accused him of that.
So, like, replacing him cannot be that hard.
No, but if you replace him, the fans will be upset.
No, but you don't.
But I mean, the fans, you know.
But why? You can't just use deep fakes because there's no emotional connection. All I'm thinking the entire time I'm watching it is, ooh, that's not quite right. Ooh, that's not quite right. What did he say? I don't know, because he doesn't look quite right.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, like... But there are conceits, like, in-universe conceits you did, like, make him a blue, like, hologram message, you know?
Yeah.
Because those have a shitty low resolution anyway, so then if you're making a young CG Luke,
but I mean, they want him in person, and then he's in Book of Boba Fett as well.
Oh my word!
That
I forgot he's in Book of Boba.
It's like, okay, season 2, ending of Mandalorian. Grogu and Mando are split up. Will they come together again? There's some actual feels like some emotional stakes. Are they gonna like spend the whole of the 3rd season with them apart, and then midway through a different show, they're like, nah, they're back together now.
Yeah.
Instant reunion. Just there. They're together now. And then Baby Yoda does his saving Mando's life twice in very quick succession, so it completely loses all. It loses all impact that it had initially.
Grogu Ex Machina.
Yeah, they have no self-control. They have no restraint. They don't give a shit. And the problem is it works in the short run because people are so blinded by, oh, I recognize this thing, so I like this. I recognize this thing, so I like this.
Yeah.
But if you're not creating new things, 10 years down the line, the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah. But I mean, it's like you said, it's the whole thing because, like now, like they're not even. It doesn't feel like they're even. Like they just have to pump out new thing. Like they're not even planning. It doesn't feel though that
Yeah.
they're planning to have more seasons of any of these shows that they're doing.
Obi-Wan's definitely gonna have a season 2.
No,
I
you know,
guarantee
but like,
it. It's such a
yeah,
hit,
no,
and
I
people
know, but
love it
it
so
doesn't feel
much.
like they're like. It doesn't feel like they're planning it.
In
Like
fairness,
even with the Marvel shows, like I couldn't tell you, like what a One Division season 2 would
Oh, they're not going to do
theoretically
one
be.
division
No,
season
they won't
2.
do that.
That was from the get-go a one season thing.
what I in theory I actually want more of that, more kick-ass standalone stuff, like they did initially with Marvel stuff. It was all
Yeah.
standalone, and the continuity was just kind of a we'll do a bit of it and see how things work out. I'd like with Star Wars, stop announcing trilogies. Give us a good film and let it earn a sequel.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's a trilogy because
Well,
I
I
know
mean, the
you're
one
half-assing the
time
first two.
they did that, like we got Rogue One, which
Yes.
was great, but isn't going to get a sequel because people.
No, it's already got a sequel.
A New Hope.
Yeah.
It's true. It's a pretty
It's,
good
Well,
it's
sequel.
the
I
same
guess-
sequel that Obi-Wan has.
Jesus, yeah.
To
I'm
be
just trying to
fair,
figure
like,
out, like-
it does. There is also, I think Andor is. there'll be a se-
Andor,
Oh, yeah.
like I
It's a
know
prequel.
we shouldn't be
Yeah.
fooled by trailers, but that is a superb trailer. Like
Yes.
that's
I still don't know.
no, I don't trust
I don't
it.
trust
I'm
them.
just saying that it is objectively a superb trailer.
Yeah.
You know what was funny? They used Duel of the Fates in the advertising for Obi-Wan,
They did not use it in Obi-Wan.
which is fine, but they have all that music that they own, and they did such obvious fake orchestral mock-ups that sounded
Yep.
like they were done in an afternoon. Who the fuck scored that? Because you have the guy that does the Star Wars games, use that. Unless they did use him and they only gave him an afternoon to do an episode, in which case I can understand.
Yeah.
But you have an entire like roster of people that have made kick-ass Williams sort of pastiches for like you can get Chiquino, you can get the dude that does the Star Wars games who is outstanding, but give them a little bit of time and give them a budget.
And even that, when they did use the original
or
themes and
just
things,
give
they
them
were
the
not
fucking
earned.
hard drive.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Even if
not earned.
if you're not going to spend the money, you know, just fucking stop fucking around and then just use fucking Williams B-sides. I mean, they've got them on a hard drive somewhere.
Yeah, just yeah, fucking hell. You have
Like if
all
you're
this
that
amazing
averse to
music.
spending money, like how they're still. Oh, so
Yeah,
the-
it's free for them.
this-
They just own
Yeah.
it.
yeah. So here's another thing. I figured out some weird things. So Disney Plus, right?
Yes.
Itself, like as Dion, you have said, you've been having problems
hmm
with the streaming and everything.
I still
you know,
can't watch at 4K, even though I know the 4K stream is bullshit. It's just 1080p stream. But
Yeah.
if I set it to 4K, it won't play. It plays for 10 seconds and then stops forever. And I'm on a
Yeah.
gigabit line.
Yes. Now it's I figured out it has to be something to do with the Hotstar,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Because also what the weird thing is, like I have well I'm on the hard line, obviously, so I barely have playback issues. I think I've had like 1 or 2, but then Nikki, who's now trying to watch stuff, you know, on her laptop through the Wi-Fi, because there are no, our TV doesn't have the app yet, and nor do the consoles for some god-forsaken reason.
And there's no
Apple
ETA
TV
on
has
those.
it weirdly.
Yeah.
But like she can't, like during the daytime it's fine. Like at 7 p.m. it's as if like the servers decide, no, fuck you. and then things just won't buffer properly anymore.
No, that's weird. Yeah, I've never had buffering.
It's almost as if there's
too
much traffic for the server to handle, which
I
is
think I
horseshit.
might have
No,
had
but-
like
no,
the
but didn't
buffering
you-
sign once, but mine just literally stops, and it will just be on that frame forever if you leave it.
Yeah.
Oh no, mine buffers if I put it on the 4K. But didn't you hear that Disney Plus was losing a whole bunch of subscribers because they didn't get the cricket?
What? What?
What was that thing that Thomas was telling us, Marcus?
Yes. Okay, yes, I remember this.
Please tell me.
So,
This sounds delicious.
okay, so a lot of because one of the biggest international cricket tournaments outside of the World Cup, naturally, is the the IPL, the Indian Premier League of cricket.
I'm
A
familiar.
lot of South African players play for Indian clubs and so on because it's lucrative. It's like European soccer
Yeah, it's crazy.
type of level. Like, it's
And
crazy.
they fucking love our cricketers there.
Yeah, so now the IPL, this as an entity, decided that we are going to allow instead of just normal broadcasts, we're going to step into the 21st century and allow certain services to live stream our matches, over the internet, and they started a bidding war. Between streaming services per region. Because it's regional, whatever. So in South Africa, obviously Disney Plus tried to get the cricket because that would actually be a get, theoretically.
Yeah.
But guess who outbid them? I'll give you one guess.
Multi-choice?
Yep. Naspers.
Yeah. The thing is, they know that is the last thing keeping them alive, so they will do anything they can.
Yeah, they will pay any amount of money.
And they'll grease palms and do what they have to. But they are selling a DSTV Disney Plus bundle. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I think you can watch
I'll
it
tell you
through
how
the
it works.
decoder.
I actually found out.
Oh yeah.
So you still pay. So you know how Disney Plus is 129 rand per month.
Yeah.
So
you
if
need
you
to
have
have
the
your own Disney Plus subscription.
no, if you have the DSTV Plus Disney Plus bundle thing, you still pay for the Disney Plus as part of your subscription. 99 rand a month. So if you are spending thousands of rands on fucking DSTV because it's not cheap anymore.
I think it's like $800 or something for the premium.
Yeah, like
one.
you have to still pay $100.
Thereabouts.
Jesus.
$9.50, so you have to pay an extra $100 for Disney. They don't even include it.
My
yet.
question
Still have to pay on
is,
top of it.
how do they deliver the content? Is it through the decoder? Is it through the? Because how does that work?
It's through the decoder because the decoders are smart. That's the same way that they have the on-demand stuff and the you can watch Showmax through the decoder.
Okay. All right.
So
Well, if I was into
uh,
that, I'd be pretty happy.
If I was a conspiracy theorist, I would say that's why none of the apps are available in this country yet.
Nope, that seems pretty reasonable. That doesn't sound too conspiracy-y to me. Like,
Because it's certainly something Naspers would do.
Yeah. And again, like they're fucking dying. They know they're
Yeah,
fucked.
they just need to. It's yeah.
They're milking us while they can. Well, us. You know what I mean.
Milking the public.
Yeah. White South African men. Pretty much.
The
Like I
most
think.
marginalized group.
Pretty much keeping them
I
alive.
want to I just want to enjoy Disney Plus, but I can't fucking do that. No, because
Yeah.
I'm locked to watching it at my PC. You know, And I'm not gonna drag my PC to the lounge whenever I want to watch an episode of Bob's Burgers.
Nope.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a headache.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I will say the TV app does now seem to track. It's had like 4 updates. It does seem to track our accounts separately, and it does allow
on
you
the
to
LG, you're
pause.
lucky.
It does allow you to pause, which is great. That was sorely missed at first, but it still doesn't
have resume.
Yeah, it still doesn't have resume, and it doesn't have. Well, it does have continue watching if you scroll down. But it doesn't have A, that it's often inaccurate, and B, it doesn't have a play from start.
And even on browser, it's inaccurate. Like with continue watching, instead of like I'll end at an episode and I'll skip to the next episode, right? I'll skip the credits, and then when it says continue watching, it'll still be on the previous episode.
Yes. Yeah, I've noticed
Fucking
that
hell.
too on the
That's
TV app.
frustrating. Yeah. It's pretty much a shame. I just hate their justification, which is like we use Hotstar because it's ideal for like mobile first markets that don't have like good like internet infrastructure. I'm sorry, our fiber infrastructure is more thoroughly rolled out than a lot of European countries.
Yes.
Like, I've spoken to people in Germany and they're like, "Ooh, I just got a 50 meg fiber line. They finally rolled it out in my city. I'm so excited." Like, okay, cool. Am I missing something? So, you know, I can understand we are a mobile dominated market, but that's not necessarily the market that's subscribing to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Netflix gives me 4K, gives me real HDR and Dolby Vision, gives us actual surround sound. Crazy. It's just their catalog,
taking us
man.
to
Their
another
catalog
race.
is so amazing. They got me over a barrel.
So much so. Yeah. I was gonna say the thing about Red, but we can't pull a legally purchased loop around that one.
What's this? Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm. What's going on?
Dion can explain if he wants to.
Okay. You can explain afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, oh man, there were so many bad. That scene at I think that episode almost killed me. I think it ruined me as a person. That episode where he has to infiltrate the place and save them.
Yeah.
And then Reva's like, "Oh, here comes the pain. I'm gonna torture the shit out of you, little child."
Because she
Here
couldn't
it
break
comes.
into a child's mind.
Here it comes, and then every time those
I have an idea.
those spiky things on the torture machine start moving towards Leia, and then the camera cuts and they're further back from where they were, and then it cuts again, and then they're still moving towards her. Here it comes, Leia. Any moment now, you're going to experience pain. Go to the next scene. Come back. Oh, it's really coming this time, Leia.
There you go. Except, guys, I'm putting us in another big race, and we're doing it in a very specific car.
Okay.
Wait, the fuck? Wait, what are you doing? Game? Oh, wait for the game to start, okay. It keeps telling me press enter, but I'm playing on a controller.
You can just
I'm
hit
borrowing
X. You don't need to borrow a car.
Well, I
Oh
am.
no, I don't.
Oh man, this
Dion
car
has to
looks
borrow.
like it has a developmental disease.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that part, Dion, where he had to walk around.
Oh no, sorry, I was still saying in that infiltration episode, and then at the end, when there's those two, like, pilots...
Oh, the two pilots.
They come into ships that look like they were, like, CG from the 90s,
Mm-hmm,
and then they're just hovering there in front of an Imperial stronghold going... pew, 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 pew. And then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna fly away now. It's all gonna be fine." And then that shot when the guy gets blown up, and then the female pilot like looks back. Like if that was a fan film, I'd be cringing.
Yeah.
Also, Dion, I'm sorry. I don't think you know how to control this thing.
No, I have no idea. Oh, I don't know how to control any cars in this game. I've played this
Oh
game for
god,
like 3
I
hours.
crashed pretty bad. It's fine, Dion, you're ahead of me.
I'm just gonna like disconnect now so I can save this
Oh,
moment.
boy.
Ah, too late. Whee! Whoa, this car goes spinny, spin, spin.
Oh god, I missed a
That's a-
checkpoint. It's gonna reset me.
Yeah. That's why I picked it, because these cars are actually too fast for any actual race. It's ridiculous.
Wait. Oh, that's brake. Got it. Yeah, I'm just using the tried and tested method of like slamming side first into a barrier.
Which is fine unless you're doing a Forza Open. Have you done any Forza Opens, Jason?
Yes, I needed the accolades.
Checkpoint missed.
Yeah. Like there, if you hit a wall, it's like you slow down now.
Oh no, that sounds like
Yeah,
bullshit.
they actually penalize you for racing dirty.
Nah,
Yep.
In
it's mean.
free-for-all multiplayer.
Okay, I need
But
to learn
again-
how to drive this car.
I mean, you've been driving it for a while. You should know.
No, I've been using other cars because I want to get all the pictures, so I've been using cars that I
Oh.
never use.
Oh, Jason, I think on the if you look at your pad,
Yeah.
the left thumbstick, like that makes you go left or right.
Okay, okay.
I figured that out now.
I got it. What else do you have to do?
So that's as much as I
How do you
figured
make the
out.
car go forward though?
You have to pull a trigger.
Yeah, pull the
I
trigger.
missed the checkpoint, damn it.
I didn't. I just nicked it with my back wheel.
Damn it, Marcus, you chose cars that are too powerful. We can't talk now.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, let the
We
car
can
take
talk.
care of
That's
the
what makes it fun. We don't need to win. We just need to. This is more us being bad at video game.
Hey, I'm always on brand.
Yeah, I know, and I respect you for it.
Jesus Christ, I hate that show. Fuck me.
So much.
I'm so angry, and that they get so many, like, people are so happy about it, and it is so lazy. That first meeting of, like, Obi-Wan meeting Vader, and then, like, Obi-Wan has to, like, okay, I have to protect Leia with all my life, like, I will die for her. Okay, stranger, you take her way down the tunnel. I'm gonna stand here and look out this window at
He
Vader for 5
abandons
minutes.
her so many times.
He just flat out abandons her, and then he stands there like the world's worst peeping Tom in plain sight, fully lit on his face, like looking out this window going, whoa, at Vader, as though Vader's not gonna fucking know he's there.
Like Vader's not gonna sense him.
And then Vader's like, they're like, oh wait, we have to make Vader look badass, so let him kill some people, and then awkwardly drag one along with his force powers, and then get bored.
He's fucking
Nah.
Vader. If you want him to look badass,
We can
you
fix
just
it in
put him
post.
in low light.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they successfully in the finale made him look not badass at all. Because they have him crack his helmet, which I've been told by one guy on Twitter, Snyder Knight 20 something, that Zack Snyder is the blueprint for everything, and they got the idea of the cracked marks and the face from Batman and Batman v Superman.
Oh, fuck off. In fairness, again,
anyway.
that cracked mask thing, I was absolutely fine with because I enjoyed what they did with his
The
voice.
voices. Yeah.
I like that. Again, that's one of those things that I would be fine with if the show leading up to it had any kind of like anything. you know?
Yeah. And if maybe Darth Vader wasn't terrible at killing pretty much anyone.
So bad. Just
Wait, so
fucking
so
bad.
I have a question. When the Vader mask is cracked, you actually see a burnt up Hayden Christensen base.
Yeah. Yeah, you can
and
see
you
it.
hear Hayden Christensen and James Earl Jones.
Like
Voices
superimposed on
Chimera
each
voice.
other.
Yeah, blending between. So like you can hear his voice coming out of the mask and Denzel Jones' voice coming out of the modulator or whatever. Which I think was done real well. That was fine. It's just the context, man. The context. Fuck, dude. Okay, at one point they're like, okay, we are going to like Vader's like, oh, you let them get away. You let Obi-Wan and the little girl get away, and she's like, no, it's fine. Wherever he goes, like I set a tracker, and wherever he goes, it will follow. And then they cut to like Leia has this little droid that floats around, like little marketing, like little toy. Yes. And with the least amount of personality I've ever seen in a Star Wars droid, even the background ones. But they keep showing it because they obviously want to plant it in kids' minds, so they'll ask for the toy. And then that thing's eye turns red because now it is a tracker.
Now it is evil.
Now it is evil. And then the payoff of that is that now Leia's this escape hatch that they want to escape through. Did you see that twice in one episode? They did the, we want to escape, but X mechanical fault is wrong. Yep. They did the exact same thing twice in an episode. And then Leia's in...
And then they did it in the finale as well.
Oh, Christ. And then Leia's in the maintenance hatch, like, vent, sorting shit out. And then, like, the evil drone, her evil version of her droid is there, and it's behind the wires looking at her. And then it floats out, and she wants to flip the circuit breaker, and it, like, flies in front of her, and she goes, no. And then she picks it up and takes the tracker off his wing and goes, all better.
And then it doesn't have the red eye anymore.
And it doesn't have the red eye, and that's it. That was the payoff.
Okay. None of what you're saying makes any kind of logical sense, so I am assuming it's far too complex for me to actually understand what's going on with the show.
Yeah, you gotta be real smart, like Rick and Morty fan.
I was gonna say, like, you have to be able to, like, watch Rick and Morty several episodes at a time and understand them to reach these levels.
Yeah, and if you didn't like the episode, it just means you didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're probably a whammy.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is, like, when you mentioned her droid, it's like reddish and tan, like, floaty thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because the one thing I did see last week is one of the third-party, who was it? Like, someone who makes, like, third-party controllers. The company that made the remake of the Duke.
Okay, yeah.
The Duke controller. I can't remember who it is anymore. They were like, so we noticed that the droid kind of looks like a Duke, so now we're going to release a Duke in that color scheme.
Yeah, dude. Like, the amount of time they spend focused on that thing is startling and unsubtle.
Yep.
But toys, Dion.
I don't understand how
toy sales
are
important.
That's true. That's fair, but like I wanted a K2SO after Rogue One.
Yep.
Because it was a cool character. It was an awesome character in a good movie. It wasn't just like, they didn't just show him to me every now and then and assure me that he's cool.
Yes.
They actually made him cool. That's the key difference. Like, I've got no issue with watching these things as toy commercials. I don't care. As long as they're good.
Yeah, I watched the Ninja Turtles growing up. I'm alright with my TV shows being toy
I still watch those cartoons, and I know they're all toy commercials.
Yep, and I still love the shit out of them, and that's fine by me. Nah, dude. I could fucking talk all night about that awful show. Like, how is that Disney has all the money in the world, and they're like, cool, let's get these people to write. I mean, I love Robert Rodriguez, but I did not enjoy what he did with Book of Boba Fett.
That was
at all.
Absolute god tier trash.
Yep. So, where is the
trash
quality
tier
control?
trash.
Where is there, like, Kevin Feige? I'm not saying that everything Marvel does is somehow perfect, but Jesus, aside from Eternals, I don't think they've ever had a dumpster fire like this. And they've had several. Very quick succession.
Like, if you want to do a large franchise like that, you do need a Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
You know, just to make sure that everything makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, and can
just that there is some accountability and someone with common sense just being like, no, these scripts
Yeah,
are
'cause, I mean,
shit.
yeah,
These are
I
the
mean,
scripts that you write when you first learn about, like, sorry to interrupt you, Marcus.
No.
Okay, spoiler, big spoiler. Ooh. So obviously Qui-Gon has to show up as a Force ghost. So in the very first episode, Obi-Wan's like, "Oh, Master, where are you?" You know, he's basically like, "Can't you appear to me?"
But you'd already
Effectively.
told him, go to fucking Tatooine. That's where his Force Ghost is hanging out.
And then he's like, okay, he doesn't appear. And then a few episodes later, he's like, "Master, where are you?" And then, like, he doesn't show up. Then, in the last episode, he's like, in a moment where you think Qui-Gon's going to show up, he's like, "Master," or oh, no, there he doesn't actually say it, but you think, okay, here it comes. And then it doesn't. And it's this weird, like, anticlimactic thing when he's buried under stuff. And then at the end of the episode, Qui-Gon's just there, like, waiting for him in the canyon.
Yeah.
Like, what took you so long? Let's go. It's like they learned about like planting and reminders and payoffs, and they're like, cool, weird. And the episode where they had they juxtaposed the duel between young Anakin and Obi-Wan, and then like their final
with the
duel.
mental duel.
Yeah, and it is the clumsiest thing I've ever seen. It's like, did someone read a screenwriting book, and then this was their very first attempt at a script, and you just accepted it out of hand? God, it's embarrassing. And Deborah Chow should not be allowed to direct anything with action.
Agreed.
Yeah. So that is my recommendation. For the Schadenfreude, just go and watch fucking Obi-Wan.
Okay.
God, it's bad.
I can recommend something actually good and fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes. Tell us about it.
Please do.
I mean,
So-
not enough to spoil things, but tell us.
No. So, okay. You with the name, like, and the initial marketing, you're expecting something like this almost weird, esoteric, like, oh, what does it mean to be famous, type meditation or whatever, right?
Things are Malkovich, yeah.
It's not. It's a buddy comedy.
Oh, that's a pleasant
It's a
surprise.
buddy comedy with Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal
So,
Oh,
being buddies, and like they play off each other so well,
damn.
and it is just, it is a fun time. Like, honestly, I can't tell you if it will be good enough to make it into my top 10, because there are some hot contenders for that list already.
yeah.
But it is definitely like worth the time. It's just a good old-fashioned fun.
That's all I
Buddy
really
movie.
want out of my entertainment these days.
Yeah.
Just give me some
And
fun.
I mean, there is some weirdness, like Nicolas Cage, like current Nicolas Cage is constantly like haunted by 90s Nicolas Cage. And that's just funny as hell.
That's
That's
amazing.
brilliant.
Yeah,
I
it is
want it.
definitely. It's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, no,
Like
I'm
100%.
I'm happy with that. I'm definitely gonna. I watched the first half of Mad God, and I love it so much. I kept freeze framing it.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. I don't know what's going on half the time, but it's just beautiful.
Yeah, well, Nikki is taking some leave this weekend, so she's got like a 5-day weekend.
Oh, nice.
So we've already decided we are doing at least 2 days of just catching up on all these fucking movies we haven't watched yet,
Nice.
including things like Mad God and Everything Everywhere All at Once,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show Martina that tomorrow.
Oh,
And-
I fucking love that movie with everything.
So much.
Crimes of the Future, the new Cronenberg. Is also on
Yeah,
the
that's
list.
what I'm not gonna show Martina. Jesus. But I'm keen to watch it. Oh, nice. I got
We'll
a
start.
badge.
Well, thank you, listeners, for joining
Thanks,
us.
Vista. I'm sure this was riveting. Please unsubscribe.
Please don't subscribe.
Please dislike, unsubscribe.
Yeah.
And if
Shit,
you
I won both races. Fuck.
Oh, you suck shit, Jason.
do want to subscribe, can I suggest subscribing to anyone else?
Can I suggest like psychological intervention?
Like,
Yeah.
subscribe
Why
to
don't you subscribe to who's the current most subscribed person?
PewDiePie?
Go
Or
bolster their numbers.
Yeah.
Or is it one of those weird Indian music YouTube channels? It might
Probably
be.
some.
It might
yeah.
be.
Anyway,
so that's
no,
our
no,
recommendation.
I've got a better idea. Subscribe to Keemstar.
I have no
Yeah,
idea what
go
that
do
is.
that, and remember that Thomas hates cars.
Thomas hates
Yes.
cars.
He hates it. Like
Hates them
he
so
cannot.
much.